But these texts are sent via data. So behind the network's back.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for companies that rose to relevance in the 2000s but have since disappeared, gone defunct, or were absorbed into larger corporations.
Friendster started in 2003 in San Francisco.
Number 10, Joost. Before YouTube took over the world, there was Joost.
And it basically gives me internet television for free.
Created by the minds behind Skype and Kazaa, Joost was a peer-to-peer online video platform that aimed to revolutionize home entertainment by streaming shows and movies online.
The best part, you get to be your own programming executive, picking and choosing what shows you want to watch when you want to watch them in your own custom channel.
Masquerading under the codename The Venice Project, Joost was finally launched in 2007 amid huge media buzz. Unfortunately, Joost couldn't sustain the hype that followed its launch. Unable to scale quickly enough and plagued by licensing issues, a clunky interface, and slow buffering, Joost lost its users. Competing platforms like Hulu and YouTube were the nail in the coffin. By 2012, Joost was dead in the water.
And let's face it, this is a whole lot more interesting than watching skateboarding dogs.
Number 9, Avatar Reality. Final Fantasy met Tetris when industry veterans Kazuyuki Hashimoto and Hank Rogers joined forces to found Avatar Reality in 2006. They were poised to create a next-gen multiplayer virtual world platform called Blue Mars.
What the experience does is the people come up to the machine and they interact with virtual people. And sometimes the people get the avatars to do things, and sometimes the avatars get the people to do things.
Aiming to bring together individuals from around the world, the Hawaii-based startup was hailed as the future of social interactions. But limited press coverage and poor marketing meant users had no idea of Blue Mars' existence.
Has it been a little slow? Some people said there hasn't been as much traffic.
Yeah, Tuesday, Wednesday is kind of slow.
Server costs, technical limitations, and a severe lack of user adoption did not help. The platform's ambition was too big for its infrastructure, and both Blue Mars and Avatar Reality faded into the digital ether.
So eventually, what we can do is you can get in front of this machine and we capture your motion, and then somewhere in the world there'll be an avatar that has your movements. And so we will learn from you, learn from your moves, and you can contribute to the world.
Number 8, Wesabe. Before digital services became mainstream, managing personal finances was not an enjoyable experience.
I'm Gabriel with Wesabe, and Wesabe is the perfect blend of community and personal finance.
When Wesabe came around in 2005 as everyone's go-to budgeting app, it seemed to spell inevitable success. Wesabe aimed to help users manage their finances with bank integrations, budgeting tools, and community tips.
So this is an example of where you can actually pick and choose the things that you want to show on your homepage.
It was the precursor to what is now a standard feature in the financial landscape. But customer delivery and experience are equally important to service. Wesabe lacked this. Its complex user interface, unfinished data acquisition system, and delayed data syncing made it untenable as a budgeting tool. Despite early traction, Wesabe fell behind its immediate competitor Mint, which offered users a sleeker experience and efficient automation before closing down in 2010.
So if you'd like to hear more about it, come by the table. Thanks a lot.
Number 7, Bebo. A social media darling of the early 2000s, Bebo operated from 2005 until its downfall in 2013.
Welcome to the office.
Popular in the UK and Ireland, Bebo advocated for its users to blog early, blog often. As a social networking website, Bebo surpassed the MySpace juggernaut, becoming a central hangout for teens.
Our aim was to try and have the self-expression of MySpace and the utility and product quality of Facebook.
In 2008, at its peak, AOL acquired Bebo for $850 million. However, the emergence of new competitor platforms led to Bebo's downward spiral. By 2010, the platform's poor integration and Facebook's dominance led AOL to sell off Bebo for a fraction of its buying cost.
Do you feel like you've got your baby back?
I do in some respects. I actually didn't miss it when we first sold it, and I'm much happier getting it back than I realized I would be.
Attempted relaunches were unsuccessful, and Bebo was basically gone by 2013. Beloved for its quirky charm, Bebo couldn't keep up with the times and eventually went extinct.
Obviously, we can't run a business forever as a charity, because it's not a charity, so it does have to eventually make a profit, but our aim is to build something that people love, and if we can succeed in that, we know we'll have a successful business.
Number 6, THQ. When it came to video games in the early 2000s, THQ was the big dog.
Wage war in all new backstage areas, perform vicious double team moves, and show no mercy in the high-flying ladder match.
Founded in April 1990, Toy headquarters initially focused on toys before expanding into the video game industry. By the 2000s, THQ was consistently hitting its strides, making multiple acquisitions in the industry and delivering hits like Darksiders and Saints Row.
That's the great thing about this city. It's there for the taking.
In 2008, the global financial crisis severely impacted the video game industry. In its aftermath, a combination of changing market dynamics and poor investments led to THQ's shares plummeting in the stock market.
Keep your head on a swivel because danger can come from anywhere.
The company declared bankruptcy in 2012. Its assets were sold off. The THQ name was eventually revived under THQ Nordic, but the original company that helped shape mid-2000s gaming was long gone. Number 5. Friendster. The long-forgotten ancestor of Facebook and MySpace, Friendster went live in March 2003 and was one of the first social networking and online dating platforms.
Friendster is an online community where members get to socialize via exchanging messages, testimonials, and pictures.
Users could create profiles, share their photos, and build a network of, well, friends. Friendster was most popular in Southeast Asia, and at its peak, it had over 100 million users.
Man, I love Friendster.
But good things always come to an end. As Friendster continued to scale up to meet customer demands, it faced many issues. Slow servers as well as poor management and user experience contributed to Friendster's decline. After a failed pivot into social gaming, Friendster shut down as a social network site in 2011. A pioneer for the social networking landscape, Friendster's time came too soon.
Let's tip our virtual hats to Friendster, a pioneer that dared to dream of a world connected by clicks and friendships.
Number 4. Compaq. Compaq produced some of the very first IBM PC-compatible computers and became the largest supplier of PC systems in the 90s.
With CD-ROM Intel Pentium processor with MMX technology and excellent sound, the new Compaq Presario notebook is the perfect computer for that multimedia application called life.
You'd think Compaq would be thriving today. However, in the digital age, the company's nowhere to be found. The economic expansion of the 1990s prompted Compaq to acquire major equipment manufacturers for billions of dollars.
There's nothing like the new Compaq Creative Learning Series. Home computers that can help kids do better in school, so they'll do better in life.
This backfired as cultural differences between companies led to inefficiencies and complexities. By the early 2000s, cost-cutting and internal conflicts weakened the brand. In 2002, Compaq was acquired by HP. Its name lingered for a few years on budget laptops, but the brand's presence gradually vanished. A titan was reduced to a footnote in the tech industry. Number 3. Limewire. Long before Spotify made its roost, Limewire was the go-to for music lovers who wanted to download their favorite songs, often illegally.
To find your music, you're going to want to type in what song you want.
A familiar name in the bootleg CD era, Limewire was a peer-to-peer file-sharing software that exploded in popularity during the 2000s. Music, movies, software, you name it, Limewire had it. The dubious nature of transactions on Limewire made it infamous for viruses and lawsuits.
In 2006, major record labels sued Limewire for over $1 billion.
At one point, Limewire was installed on over 1/3 of all computers worldwide, fueling a global frenzy. In 2010, a U.S. federal court ruled that Limewire had committed copyright infringement and enforced its shutdown. A software that brought joy and trouble for its users, Limewire defined a generation of digital music consumption.
Officials from Limewire said in a statement, quote, "While this is not our ideal path, we hope to work with the music industry in moving forward. We look forward to embracing necessary changes and collaborating with the entire music industry in the future."
Number 2. Blockbuster Online. When mail-based DVD rental services like Netflix entered the market, old-timer Blockbuster launched a bid for its own DVD by mail service in 2004.
Blockbuster Online. Choose your movies online, receive and return them by mail.
Dubbed Blockbuster Online, the service mirrored Netflix's subscription model and even allowed in-store exchanges. Amid the rapidly changing landscape of digital entertainment, it felt like Blockbuster had finally cracked the code to immortality.
Plans start at just $9.99.
Still, success is built on consistency. Blockbuster was lackluster in this area. Slow innovation, poor leadership, and Netflix's rapid pivot to streaming led to Blockbuster's demise. In 2010, the company filed for bankruptcy. The company would struggle on for a little longer, but was essentially finished. Blockbuster's decline to Netflix was all the more ironic, as it had the opportunity to purchase the once fledgling company.
Sign up today at Blockbuster.com and start getting movies delivered to your door, plus free movies at your Blockbuster store.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. BlackBerry. Once the go-to smartphone for executives and politicians alike, BlackBerry was a signature of its own.
For much of the mid to late 2000s, Research in Motion's BlackBerry was the most popular smartphone brand in the US, and it wasn't close.
Offering two-way communication as opposed to the now ancient one-way commercial pagers, it also removed user reliance on a personal computer for communication. BlackBerry was dubbed Crackberry due to its addictive nature. Upon becoming president, Barack Obama fought to keep his device.
But I'm still clinging to my BlackBerry. They're going to pry it out of my hands.
The humble BlackBerry was everywhere. The iPhone's arrival in 2007 marked a new era of touchscreen devices and app ecosystems. BlackBerry failed to adapt. By 2016, its market share had collapsed.
I think we saw, as we were getting closer to our BlackBerry 10 launch and seeing the headway that Apple and Android were making in this space. So I would say around that time frame is when I think the company realized that, yeah, we would need to make some significant changes.
Today, BlackBerry still exists as a software firm, but its imprint in the phone business has long since vanished. Which of these companies do you still remember? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more nostalgia-fueled top 10s.
Sign up now for a free 2-week trial at Blockbuster.com.